For my neighborhood podcast, I did the Highland Square area. I picked 3 days, a Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. And each day I tried to go during various parts of the day. So I went during the morning, afternoon, and evening. What I noticed was that traffic is usually heaviest during the weekdays in the morning, while the late nights during the week had the least amount of traffic. And most of the traffic was caused because a lot of people weren't paying attention, and there were people texting and driving as well. I almost observed 2 accidents on 2 separate occasions. One was where a person was slowing down at a yellow light while somebody that was following very closely behind them was anticipating for them to run the light, and they didn't. The second almost accident was when a person ran a red light, and they ran it well after the light had turned red. I didn't really observe much speeding. Everyone, for the most part, was going speed limit, with an occasional car speeding and zipping through traffic. Most of the vehicles I saw were practical cars, were what I would say are affordable cars. There weren't many. I didn't see really any Teslas or Range Rovers or anything extravagant or really historical. As far as the people, there was a lot more pedestrians and cyclists than I think I would see in other parts of the city. Many of the pedestrians were in groups of 2 people or more, with a few pedestrians being by themselves, and usually it was just looks like to run into a business to get food and come back out. A few of the same people I saw on each of those days I visited at the various different times. It was mainly for socializing at a local cafe called Angel Falls. I didn't do any interviews with them because I didn't want them to know that I was observing them. I didn't really see many children. Many of the people were like young adults. And I saw a lot of people walking their dogs as well. I want to say more so than I've seen in other areas. One particular visit, I saw a lady at Angel Falls, and she was pushing a stroller, but it was something that looked like a stroller. And inside of it were 2 cats. 2 adult cats. So I thought that was something different that I don't usually see. I feel like that's something that I would only see in that particular area. The police officers that I saw were really, looks like they were there for just lunch breaks. They were just getting food. I didn't see anybody get pulled over. Nobody got arrested on the days I was there observing. In the residential portion of the neighborhoods, I didn't see any children playing. Nobody was really outside other than in the business portion. So in the residential portion, nobody was outside. The neighborhood, like I said, is a combination of businesses and residential buildings, with most of the commercial buildings being on Market Street. The buildings were a combination of new and old architecture, with one of the oldest buildings being the Highland Theater. Some of the newer buildings were the public library and the plaza right next to it that had Chipotle in it. And on the days I was there observing, none of the businesses were empty. And that is my observation.